It's the deal, YouTube. Some thought for food. As you know, everything extends from one source, and everything is an extension of that. All people, all things, everything segues into the next thing. There's no separation. And life itself can force you to take on a role or a role off of the game board. So life can be inverted in a sense, like if somebody has to bury their children, it's a chain reaction thing where things start to become inverted for a group of kindred souls. But everything is connected, so it can spread in a sense where that type of inversion, that type of backwardness can infect the whole family of humanity. So if you stay at the center of the circle, creation is alignment. So anything that manifests is a result of alignment or a malalignment, misalignment, whatever, what have you. So if you stay at the center of the circle, you see the dynamics change. But if you stay at the center of the circle, you know ultimately like every piece of the whole is the whole piece. And you might have to play a role for this piece in time or that piece of time and be this part of the dynamic and play this part. But you have to know that you have the capacity to play those roles, to be that, to be the person that says no here or says yes here or says maybe here, whatever, what have you. The different roles in life that people take on, the different places. And the tables just spin and turn and spin and spin. And you might think you're at another table with a different family or different things, but it's always all connected and it's all bringing you back to you. It all is you catching up with you ultimately. So the source itself is unseen, but visible if you stop looking. It's like if you listen to anything too long, you stop hearing it. If you look at it, look for anything, you stop being able to see it. Like when people search for things in their hand. So the source or the master is never going to ever take credit or never desire credit, because to feel that you need to take credit means that credit was taken from you. You feel slighted. You feel like you need to compensate in that way. So the master keeps their processes to themselves, and it just shows you the work. So you just see the work. Again, you don't see the source of creation leaving its signature in the horizon for all to know, for it to take credit. That doesn't happen. You don't have any signatures on you like, God writing in cursive or anything like that. You have a signature of creation in the sense that everything is connected and everything is coming from these same blueprints. In that sense, you have it in the sense of things being in fours, your four corners of the earth, your four seasons, your four phases, your 4 weeks in the moon cycle, your 4 parts of the day, your all that type of stuff lets you know that's a signature in that sense. But it's not a personal signature in a sense where credit needs to be taken or given from somewhere. Like that's even possible, because all that gives takes equally, as we know. So, old souls in this game board that we're in or on, they have the flexibility to survive, to bend and be a certain way when they have to, but it's ultimately still some resistance. So they survive, but they don't thrive. The old souls are the people that kind of remember the master inside of them, the immortality, that oneness. They kind of remember it, so they have the flexibility to go out and be parental in a moment, to be brotherly or sisterly in a moment, to be a good friend, to be a no man, to be mean. If it's tough love, whatever it is, they might be flexible and they have the capacity to do that. That's an old soul, somebody that isn't afraid to do that, to go against what their persona might be supposed to, what their persona is supposed to be doing. Because people have the idea of themselves, and then when their actions don't line up with that, then they hate themselves, because the self is just a phantom that never existed. It's a standard that can never exist. So that's what creates the separation within. So the old souls are more flexible in this game board. They can bend and be different people, and they can remember parts of themselves throughout lifetimes. Those that, old soul, you really can't bring time into this, but those that are totally inflexible are already dead. Those are people that have fixed concepts. They live with absolutes. Absolutes is what kills us. Absolutes create definition, boundary, separation, and absolute. So any absolutes, anybody living by absolutes, people that feel they know. And if you feel like you know, then there's nothing left to learn, so you have to leave. So yeah, that's it. So the inflexible are already dead. So when men are dead, they're rigor mortis. You're less flexible. They can't do scorpions. They're not into the yoga. They're not into those things. They don't have that flexibility to let life flow through them. And when you're born, you're supple. flexible, yielding. Like true steadfastness seems changeable, pointed, but you don't pierce. The proper pressure, that is the master's way. So the master thrives by knowing that failure is a myth, because all that gives takes equally. So what is winning and losing? Failure is an absolute myth. So there's nothing, you don't have to win, you don't have to maintain a persona or any of these things. None of that's all, that you don't have to hold on to any of that weight. So the master can stay at the center of the circle as life yins and yangs for eternity. So that's how immortals are here. You know, everybody is immortal. It's just that the ones that forgot are the ones that say that that's not a true statement. So the master can toggle from one state to another without attachment. So you can be anything. Because you are nothing. You can fill any cup because you are nothing. You can fill any space. You are the void, the all-encompassing void. So the master has no expectations. Thus, the master is never disappointed. If the master is never disappointed, the master never grows old. It's that simple. You never have expectations. You never expect yourself to be a certain way. You never expect others to be a certain way. You never expect things to be the way they are. You just continually go to your core by undoing and allowing, to where you get the perspective of the whole, to where all illusions and all separation falls by the wayside, to where you are in alignment with the universal will and the universal creator. So there is no separation between you and it. And there never is. It's just the illusions that people feed into. So being Brahma, or being, that's what that is in a sense, being the universal source, aligning with that. You know, a lot of people can bend as things ebb and flow, but the master is nothing, so the master can flow in and out of anything. It's like, just like the Tao. Anything that is ungraspable is closer to the Tao, like time's ungraspable. Anything intangible in that sense, you know, you're getting closer to your truest nature, closer to infinity. You can't know infinity, you can't grasp it, you can only be it. So that's really about it. That's as far as this game board is concerned. As far as past lives and next lives and all these type of things, it's your emotional flexibility that allows you to remember and to maintain your core to where you stay at the center of the circle within you. And that brings you to the center of the circle of the game board, which would be Eden, or what some people in a physical sense, they point to the North Pole, because all compasses point to that. That's the magnetic center. And again, south is only what people are calling opposite to that. So if you stay close to the center, your own center, it's inevitable that you will go to the core of life itself, physically and all other ways. Is that something? And you will be the master. And you will not be attached to other people's things, because you can't teach consciousness. And you won't try, because trying is dying. Water doesn't have to try to nourish. It doesn't have to try to make plants grow. It doesn't try. So that's it, man. ROYALT512@yahoo.com to contact me. 2020 Tantra. Check it out on Amazon. 2020 Tantra by R. Bud. Search R. Bud Vegan for the other ebooks. You can get all 33 if you email me at ROYALT512@yahoo.com. All 33 with 2 audiobooks. The 2 audiobooks being the I Manual and Stuffed Pig. They come with it for $100. You get 33 PDFs and 2 audiobooks. And then if you get the 2020 Tantra paperback, you get the Stuffed Pig audiobook and PDF if you email me. So check it out, check it in. Taylor_Bud5 on IG.